What's up, guys? Welcome back for the next episode of the Riftbreaker. We made a big, huge outpost in the last one, and it should be producing us a little bit of carbonium, a little bit of ironium, but it'll definitely help out a lot with what we've got going on. Okay.
My standard radiation shield can withstand these levels of exposure without any damage. However, if the background radiation is so high in this area, then we can expect much more intense sources of gamma particles. These could pose a serious
Gamma radiation. That's terrifying.
Is also very thin in this area. UV radiation from the sun could pose a real threat. No wonder this area looks like a desert. We'll have to improve environmental shielding on our structures before setting up a larger outpost in this area.
Hey, little bug guys.
We should gather more data about this area. We can later use the readings
Man.
from my sensors to develop
Scan it, dang it.
radiation and UV shielding.
Let's try to scout as much area as possible to...
Which reminds me, I would like to get a dash in here. I don't want to do fire, though. Need palladium. Can't remember what I can get here. I mean, uranium, obviously. But...
feed your sensors with enough data.
These green crystals are emitting a lot of gamma radiation. Try not to stand too close to them, or they will damage my armor.
Our sensors are indicating large quantities of tanzanite within the cacti specimen.
We can use tanzanite as a catalyst for production of high-energy weapons and equipment. It would be great if we could gather...
I think I could swap back up to the hammers now. Okay. So how are we looking on all this stuff? Renewable energy level 2 is almost done. Boom, there it is.
A broader arsenal of weaponry could undoubtedly help us survive against all these new hostile species.
Yes,
Let's start researching...
it is hammer time. Research tanzanite handling. Okay.
Fascinating. Look at this creature. It has a very dense and thick carapace, yet it moves very swiftly over sand. We should study...
We should study it. Yeah, I know. Your answer to everything is we should study everything. I know.
this species.
Criminy.
But this won't be enough to gather samples for research.
Let's pass this creature's characteristics to the organism and look for a location where we can find more.
We should have some results available.
Ow.
Scanning completed.
You gotta be careful about these guys. They're really dangerous. They've got melee attacks and ranged attacks.
Go there to study it
Yeah. Those attacks aren't great against them. Okay, what could we do here? Corrosive gun, sonic sensors, research station. Humans are curious creatures, Robo-Zans, don't be mad. Oh, he's mad. He's real mad. Just research everything. I don't care. Alright. Corrosive gun. I don't think I'm ever going to use that. Alright. What am I gonna play for Halloween? Nothing. Probably, I don't know. This? Something like this? Night Trap. I still have that. Man, Night Trap. What a damn classic. So good. And here I thought you were going to play Five Nights at Freddy's. No. I will not. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Even though Mark isn't here. Sniffle. Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh, shit. That's not good. So many of you guys. Leave me alone. Where the hell did you guys come from? Crap. Yeah, play Five Nights at Freddy's in VR? No, thank you. I'm good. I don't want you guys lose. I don't want you guys to lose all the respect that you have for me. Just keep on moving on. Could probably make a flamethrower at this point. But you need to beat Freddy's ends? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, do we have any weapons that I'm just not going to use? Not really, actually. Pretty much only built stuff that I'm going to be using. It's not too bad. Alright. Not my first choice of element to use, but... What the hell? Weird. How long would this take? 12 minutes? Sure. Why not? You guys don't seem to care about the fire. Oh, more of you guys, huh? You know, I'm probably better off using a rocket launcher for these guys. I really like flamethrowers, but in this game they're just not as useful as I think they should be. Build a bug zapper? Yeah. Working my way towards something like that. Plasma gun would be pretty decent against him. I used it before. Oh yeah, here they come. Ugh. Not too bad. Oh. A statue. Yay. It's exactly what I wanted. Just kidding. Pretty close to getting what we need. Ah. Let me use my weapons. I don't know what causes that, but every once in a while you just can't use your equipment. Kind of annoying.
You will need to obtain this resource to craft these new inventions. The purple cacti, in which we originally discovered tanzanite, could be a good lead.
Let's gather more samples of this plant to study how it manages to synthesize this material. It's our best friend.
I have already detected an interesting location with dense groups of these cacti. It is nearby, and we can jump there through the orbital scanner interface.
Okay, let's do that as soon as we've secured our current objective.
Environmental scanning
There.
completed.
Objective completed.
To start developing advanced UV shielding and radiation shielding in the alien laboratory.
Mr. Riggs, I think that we can use the natural background radiation data that we've just gathered to filter out the naturally occurring radiation within the desert dome. We can use the orbital scanner to search for even higher condensations of radiation to pinpoint a possible location for extracting nuclear fuel necessary to finish constructing the rift station.
Affirmative, Ashley. We should have some results available.
It's no kill like overkill. Just bug pieces everywhere. It's in my raccoon wounds.
Excellent. We should go there as soon as possible. It would also be good to have the radiation shielding research finished before going on that mission. The sun is burning our armor and structures. Hopefully this will not last long.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here other than uranium that I would even really care about. And even then, we haven't actually found any patches of uranium. So, yeah, I think we could probably just call it. A sound weapon? No. No, there is not. That would be strange. Ow.
The sun's activity
Little
is decreasing.
parts of me are falling off.
Radiation levels are returning back to normal.
Okay, I think we're done here. We are good to go. Man, I gotta clear all these out, don't I? Okay. Baxmoth. Weird name. Get out of here. Stupid plus sign. Go away. Go away! I hate it. Damn it! Okay, fine. Fine! Okay, so desert got reconnaissanced. That's a word. Let's just go to the volcanic area, I guess. Not too bad. Getting all this little stuff out of the way. So that way we can start on our real generation of resources. And a lot of stuff we can actually get via the cultivators once we get all our research all lined up. So it's not going to be like a constant supply of some of these things, but I don't know. It's going to be kind of a trickle at most. That's fine. I mean, I'll mostly be busy doing other stuff anyway. Okay.
Successful. Warning. Temperature above safety levels. This area is hotter than we expected. My armor is going to sustain damage from the heat.
We've landed in the middle of an active volcanic area. We expected high temperatures, but not this high. The measurements from the orbital scanner were different. Something's off. We won't survive here for long.
Ashley, I'm detecting multiple temperature anomalies close to our position. It looks like my sensors are broken. The temperature suddenly drops in these areas by hundreds of degrees.
We received some anomalous readings from the orbital scanner. This might be it. We have to investigate that.
Yeah, we'll have to run around and find this stuff. So apparently they did fix the spawning issue with these little plants. So that's going to be nice. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that maybe the flamethrower is not the best pick here. Let's get these guys. Okay, did I research? I didn't. Where is it? There it is. That needs to go up, because that will make it so that I won't die here.
This is amazing. These plants are unlike anything I've ever seen before. The temperature around them is much below the freezing temperature of water.
Moving closer to this plant, we can study it from up close and cool off in its aura.
The chemical compounds that are secreted by these plants react with the volcanic gases that are present here.
Really wish they showed up on the map.
This enormous amounts of energy from the space around it. resulting in very rapid cooling of its surroundings. It's an astonishing survival mechanism.
We can use this effect to our advantage. The space around these plants is safe for us, so we can use it to regenerate while moving around this biome.
We should try to replicate this effect. We have to gather enough samples of this plant to research it in a lab. We can do that by cutting them down or by using the bioscanner.
I would strongly suggest using the bioscanner. It is much more effective than gathering usable samples. And it will not destroy our safety zones. You can craft it in the armory if you haven't done that already.
At least they're not that fast. They're actually the easier ones to run away from. So I think in my last save we maybe found 3 of these things. So that kind of sucked. Ow, my god. F off. Dubstep them Zans. You think this is Saints Row 4? Question mark? Yeah, they definitely increased the amount of these. Thank goodness. Look at that. We might actually find enough.
I detected a nearby volcano explosion. Prepare for volcanic rough bombardment.
Yeah. Could I not, though?
We're getting hit by volcanic bombs.
Don't you take my samples away.
Is very peculiar. It's a crystal entwined in very strong vines. It looks like this life form actually cultivates this crystal.
This crystal contains a rare mineral called fertilizers. It can be used for gravitational field manipulation when combined with a powerful magnetic field. It doesn't exist on Earth.
The magnetic field in this biome is acting completely strange. It is very plain to see this mineral here.
Finally,
We should
got him.
definitely research these crystals further. This will allow us to gather more fertilite and create more pigment.
We've gathered enough samples to study these bioplants in our alien research laboratory.
Let's do this as soon as possible. If we can learn to replicate this effect, then we should be able to move freely around this biome.
Call in the Shredder missile. That's your job. Don't you remember? Those guys are a little scary. Okay. Good to go here. Just in time for me to totally not need to take advantage of what I was trying to do. Okay, so Hazelnite, Rhodonite. We'll just add these up. Ferdinite's going to be useful because we need that for some stuff that I want to make. Shockwave tower. Nuclear missile! Nuclear missile's really, really good. I'm going to want that pretty soon. Okay. Not too terrible. Okay, where are we going next, guys? Where are we going next? Volcanic area reconnaissance is done. We've got Hazenite, Rhodonite, Stregarost nest, Tanzanite, or we could gather uranium ore. Rhodonite. Let's do it. Oh, we're going back to Acid Planet. Or, well, Acid Land. Goose! I don't know if you can hear them. Freaking geeses. Genshin Impact? What about Genshin Impact, Rockman? Played that game like for 2 minutes and did not like it.
Quick jump successful. The orbital scanner reported large condensations of rhodonite in this area, both underground and in the form of the red crystal formations that we've seen in the
Why would I play that for Halloween? That sounds dumb.
Okay, let's grab the
Makes no
geoscope and
sense.
start searching for treasure.
Magmoth. Sounds like a Pokemon. Those do actually drop Ironium and Rhodonite. That's not too bad. Those also drop that. You know what? I want to check something. So let's go back to our headquarters. What are my thoughts on the new Resident Evil movie? You're talking about the Resident Evil 2 remake movie, right? Or are you talking about one of the animated ones that have come out recently? There's a series that came out not that long ago for Resident Evil. I didn't check it out yet. I was thinking about it. I think it's on Netflix. But as far as the movie's concerned, I don't know. Looks okay. I'm definitely not going to go see it in a theater. But yeah, I don't know. It seems all right. I've only seen one trailer on it, and I didn't even have the audio on, so I have no idea what they were saying. I just kind of saw some random stuff. I couldn't even tell you half the things that happened in it, though. What do you guys think about the new Resident Evil movie? Man, I feel like it's been forever since we've been back here.
It's good to be back at HQ. I feel much safer here.
These are all done.
Then we can travel between planetary locations using the orbital scanner interface whenever you are ready. You can also check our list of objectives on that screen.
Okay, Mr. Riggs, let's check to see if our base is still intact. Then we can go back to exploring other biomes.
Yeah. Well, this place is pretty much done. Just the one little thing here. What else do we got? What else? This is completely done.
There's not enough of this resource in this area to cover our needs. Mr. Riggs, can you calibrate the planetary scanner to search for more cobalt?
Oh, it's one little patch. I don't care. Do not care about the one little dot.
We have found a new planetary location that is rich in cobalt deposits and would be perfect for establishing a new cobalt mining outpost.
Neat.
Excellent. It's even located within the tropical zone, so it should be more hospitable than the other areas of the planet that we visited. Let's go there as soon as possible.
Okay, so yeah, let's just set this up. There we go. Should start producing all that. Nice. You love to see it. Seeker, people are fanboying over it. Personally, it looks meh, and I feel will be a flop like most live-action movies based on games or anime. Yeah, I mean, that is a very real possibility. I don't know. I've never been like the biggest Resident Evil fan. I've got a lot of respect for the series for what it's done for gaming and whatnot, but I wasn't too offended by the live-action movies that had come out though. So, but I know some people tend to take that stuff a little serious. What about the Monster Hunter movie? Didn't even waste my time watching it. Did not even waste my time watching it. Yep, I did not care at all, because I knew it was going to be garbage. Yeah, no, that was very much not a great movie idea, in my opinion. Didn't need to happen. Okay. Not too bad. Did I ever upgrade these guys? Yeah. Okay. Get a slow supply. I haven't done too much work with the cultivators and the harvesters, so I don't know what like a great ratio is for all of it. I know it's a little awkward how the radius does, though. I would actually prefer if it was a radius that was oriented, you know, directionally as opposed to radially. But whatever. Alright, so that should be slowly but surely giving us Rhodonite, which is just neat. It's 785 right now.
Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed.
Want 4 of those just kicking around, just in case. Okay, so your personal opinion, but games and anime and other things that take many hours to fully consume can never be properly portrayed in a 2 or 3 hour movie. It just isn't possible. I agree for the most part, unless that movie is covering individual segments of any given media, you know, like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones, and you know, well, Game of Thrones wasn't a movie, but you get what I'm saying. Point still stands. Anyway, that's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. If you're watching on the stream, stick around. I'm going to keep on playing.